Recently, while aboard Air Force One, Donald Trump did what he always does, and he likes to peek his little head out the doorway so he can go and talk to the reporters in the reporter area of the aircraft. And he decided to attack AOC, Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And in doing so, he kind of showed that he may in fact have dementia. You see, Donald Trump recently had to go to Walter Reed Hospital, right? For, some routine tests that turned out to not be so routine. He had an MRI, which, so doctors could look at his brain. Then, a day or two later, he was seen with what appeared to be braces on his legs under his pants when he landed in Malaysia. People on social media took the video, they zoomed it in, and you can see there's something weird about Trump's legs. He's standing even more awkwardly than usual. He's walking a little weird. He's more hunched over. So, if that MRI detected any kind of issue such as mini strokes, like what he almost definitely had during that 9/11 memorial when half his face was melting, leg braces are actually a common thing that people have to start wearing after that to stabilize themselves because of the strokes. So, on top of that, on top of the MRI to check for strokes, he also once again took the person, man, woman, camera, TV test, the Montreal Cognitive Assessment. But our president thought it was an IQ test. Yeah. Here's what he told reporters. AOC is low IQ. If you give her an IQ test, have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed, those are very hard. They're really aptitude tests in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. The first couple of questions are easy. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe. Then he kind of trailed off. They are not aptitude tests by any stretch of the imagination. They're not IQ tests, buddy. They're dementia tests. They're tests to see if your brain is still functioning the way it's supposed to be after a stroke. It's a cognitive assessment that you seem to think was an IQ test. Like, I aced my IQ test. I knew what a giraffe was. I knew a zebra. Some of the other, they were really hard. He said it was really hard. You're just listing animals, buddy. You're like, that was hard. Sometimes the animal with the black and white stripes, I don't know. Is it maybe a white tiger that looks like a horse? Who knows? It's a zebra, bud. And you're admitting like it was really hard. And you have the audacity to challenge AOC's IQ. Now, as per usual, Donald Trump reserves his low IQ individual insult for people that are non-white, right? Anybody that's a little bit darker than pasty white, Trump is going to call you low IQ because that's what he does instead of using a racial slur that he clearly wants to use. But he knows that'll get you canceled. MAGA would love it. They absolutely would. They'd go through the roof like, hell yeah, he let us say that word now. Yeah, try it and see what happens. But that is what he does. And I've pointed that out 1,000 times, and he continues to prove me correct in that theory. But most importantly, this man doesn't know the difference between an IQ test and a dementia test, which, by the way, should probably be a question on the dementia test. Like, maybe one of the things you ask him is, do you know what kind of test you're even taking right now? Do you even know what we're looking for? Because if not, I think we have our answer. We don't even need to go through the other questions. You don't have to list any more animals. You don't have to draw the hands on the clock. We've got our answer. And we do have our answer, folks. Something is going on with Donald Trump. Far worse than anything we ever saw with Biden. Much faster than what we saw with Biden in his cognitive decline. They're hiding the bruises with makeup. There have been times when Donald Trump has been pictured with something very obviously under the front of his clothing, some kind of medical device. Now he's looking like he's wearing leg braces after having an MRI that was looking for strokes. And he can't tell the difference between a dementia test and an IQ test, while still attacking other people for allegedly having a low IQ. Something far worse than what any of us could have imagined with regard to this man's health. Something far worse is taking place. And this administration is moving mountains to hide it from the public. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.